Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Career Mode RTG on FIFA 19. We are in the January transfer window. We've FA Cup games again this episode with one here against Preston. Hopefully we can win that and get through. Of course, all of the prize money raised from cup runs this year will go into next year's transfer budget. And you guys have suggested that to accommodate for the fact that we don't have much money right now, I should try and sell on a number of these youngsters that I'm just not using. The unfortunate thing is that the majority of them, other than Ben Warman and Sam Squire, I'm not actually able to list on the transfer market. And it seems like, yeah, there you go, cannot afford release fee. Releasing players isn't an option either. So I can look to sell Ben Warman, and I can sell someone else as well. He's on 50. He's valued at 50 grand. He's on £800 a week, which isn't much. And then it was Sam Squire, who's the other one. He's on £700 a month, valued at £50,000. If I can move them on, it will free up some money. Whether it's enough to be able to bring in someone else this window, we shall wait and see. There's been some call to just straight up call up the rest of these youngsters. 56 rated, 50 rated and 53. At present, they're not going to add anything to my first team squad, so I'm going to leave them in the youth for now. Obviously, I can't call up Isaac Morris because he's not 16. So I'm going to leave these guys where they are for now. I'm not sure what to do with Jonathan Robertson. He's only 50 rated, but he has the potential to be 77 to 91. So if he starts to grow soon, then he could really be a good player for us. But he needs to grow soon. Archie Harrison, I would certainly utilise at centre-back. One player we have got at centre-back now and will be playing in the first team from now on out is our scout future star, Perella. So hopefully he can get off to a good start today and get himself a decent performance on debut. We shall have to wait and see if we're able to get decent results. We've MK'd ons in the first game. I'm going to simmy that. I'm going to sim that, play Preston, play Notts County, and play Exeter, I think. Although MK'd ons are right up there with us in the league, as you can see, a point higher. I don't know whether simming this is a good idea, but because of how tired my squad is, if I was to play, they'd only be even worse for the game against Preston. So what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll just rotate slightly, and then hopefully the simulation will work in our favour, but we shall have to keep our fingers crossed. Do, of course, drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There will be the next episode of Alphabet Challenge tonight, the second part to the Barcelona one. Delayed it from the weekend. Delayed it from Tuesday to bring it out tonight, and then at the weekend, Achieve and Leave will return. Currently, of course, with Chelsea. There, Perella gets a yellow card on his debut, which is one way to introduce yourself to the team. Paul puts MK'd ons 2-1 up there. Unfortunately, Vargas gave us a 1-0 lead early doors, but they equalised not too long afterwards. If we could get a second just before the end, never mind. It's a 2-1 defeat against MK'd ons, but the squad will be at full fitness for the game against Preston, and that, for me, takes priority in a one-off cup game, more so than one of 46 games in a league campaign. So I'm going to put these guys back in. In fact, I might leave Harrison Dunk on the left there, considering how good he's been playing recently when called upon. The rest, we shall hopefully see their stamina return to normal. Board want me to look at Leon Davies. Okay, I'll put Leon Davies on the shortlist for loan. What's he valued at? 120 grand. He's on £800 a week. You know what? No, because he's only 19. I'll add him to the loan list. I was thinking maybe I could, send him on and then bring up or call up the youngster. But the youngsters, I want to use Archie at centre back because he's not got much pace. Hopefully we can get bids in though for Sam Squire and Ben Wharton. Interest shown in Salza again. We saw that in the last episode, but obviously I can't compete with those sorts of fees right now. I can't compete with any fee basically. But we'll jump into the game against Preston. Hopefully get ourselves through to the next round of the FA Cup. Oh, Letson with the 1-2 with Barkhuizen. Decent ball in. Ford tips away. Get that away there with Halliday looking for a move. Oh, that's really nicely done by David Amu. And Vargas has made a good run and we're in behind here. Cambridge United perhaps about to make it 1-0. We do. Rodrigo Vargas on the counter-attack. I could have played that across to Aziz, but I just didn't fancy messing it up. I was able to keep away from the defenders with Rodrigo Vargas. I wanted to minimalise the risk there, because a couple of times this season, in highlights you haven't seen, I've been in a similar position. I've squared the ball and I've messed the chance up. This time, stayed with the one man. It was the right decision and we buried it. Cambridge 1, Preston 0 after 19 minutes. Is there a shock on the cards here? League 2 versus Championship, and it's League 2 that are in front. Lidson. Nice little 1-2 with her. Oh, that heavy touch has worked well, but Ryan Ledson on his left foot. Really, really poor on that occasion. He did have a loan spell at Cambridge, Ryan Ledson, about 3 years ago. And did do very well. We were, in fact, actually interested in loaning him again or trying to make the move permanent, but he unfortunately didn't come back to the club. Obviously, gone up in stature since then, now playing at Championship level. Of course, signed him on loan from Everton. I don't know whether he's on loan at Preston from Everton as well, or whether he's a permanent signing. But he's a very capable player. But so far, his team haven't been good enough, nor has his finishing been good enough on a personal level to get them back in it here. Harrop across to Ledson again. They've had the majority of the ball, Preston, and you can see for the pass accuracy stat top left that they're using it well too. Barkhuizen draws a corner after the block from Jake Carroll. Josh Harrop will get it into Callum Robinson, who crosses it early. Greg Taylor heads away. Ryan Ledson again. Oh, nice turn by Harrop into Maguire, well blocked. Harrop again. Robinson twisting one way then the other. Not sure which way to go to try and block it. Halliday heads away and Vargas will bring it down and we will clear it properly. They've had 70% possession, Preston. 70. I haven't been dominated like this in a game for a very long time. But because of that one counter-attack and continued counter-attacks, we are in a good solid position right now. And Rodrigo Vargas is in behind again. And he could shoot here. Oh, I tried to, but the ball wouldn't drop for him. It's going to drop free here though to Harrison Dunk. Cross comes in. It's a good delivery. Amu can't get to it. I can't quite believe they've had 70% possession in that first half. 1-0 up at the break though, despite barely having any of the ball. We're doing a job on them right now. It certainly feels like Championship against League 2 though, that's for sure. Quiet. Cross there to Robinson. Trying to step in but missed the ball. He's still going here, Callum Robinson. That's a very dangerous cross. And Maguire's there, it's 1-1. He had the run on the defender. It was always in the attacker's favour there. It's a great cross by Robinson. Whipped his foot right around it. It's a delicious delivery. The defender went with the same technique as the attacker there. Not really too sure what he envisaged happening there, to be completely honest. Actually, was that Perella? Might well have been Perella. It's not George Taft anymore, is it? Number 24. It's well played. Vargas looking for Aziz. He's in behind here. The keeper's come. I'll look to dink it over him. Dip, please! He didn't dip enough. We are headed towards a replay here. Oh, I'd really rather avoid it if we can. Pearson into Harrop. Lovely ball. Looking for Giannelli. Down the left-hand side. Two defenders with him. The cross is deflected. It drops to Bowden. Is that a corner? It's not. His header was genuinely just that bad. 2 minutes to go before we have to deal with a replay. And I really didn't want an extra game or two in January with the fixture list as busy as it already is. Certainly will be contemplating simulating that replay if we get it, but they have a free kick in a really good position at the very end of the game. It's not now or never, it's now or next time because of the replay. Oh, we've got the corner. 9 shots they've had to my 3. We've dominated games the way Preston have dominated this in recent times and been able to get victories. Oh! And Preston are going to do the same. They get the victory with the last tack of the game. Clark with the header from the corner. Looped in. Was it at the keeper? Oh, it may well have been going wide and deflected off the defender and in. he just hits him on the arm and goes in. It has gone down as Clark's goal, so it must have been on target then. It must have been on target, otherwise it would have gone down as an own goal. At least that isn't quite so horrible. It's still gutting, though, to go out the FA Cup to a last-minute goal. I didn't deserve it, though. Preston did. Slightly fortunate in the manner that it came about, but they did deserve the victory. West Ham beat Chelsea by 2-1. It's an interesting one. Any other shocks that we can see there? Well, wasn't really looking, or didn't look quickly enough. Right, that's frustrating, but we'll take it on the chin. We'll move forward. Parella's moving up to 63 rated, which is good. He's actually growing very well indeed. I think he was 60 rated when we called him up, and he's now 63, sorry. Tournament prize money. Again, we'll get that next season, not now. Transfer for Squire, that's good. So, one thing I forgot to mention actually at the beginning of the episode, a number of players are on running out of contracts, and I did go through and offer a number of them new deals at the end of the last episode. A handful of them just rejected those new deals, so I am going to have to offer an currently not available for renegotiation. It's not letting me renegotiate with them, so I think we might be losing Aziz next year on a pre-contract. That would really suck, but it would be something we'd have to deal with. Hopefully before this game, or by this game against Notts County, I'll be able to... Oh, Aziz leaving. Nope, too late. It's already confirmed as going elsewhere. Adi Aziz will be leaving us. Squire is gone. Aziz is leaving, going to Exeter City. That is really, really frustrating. We should, though, hopefully now... Really not freed up much wage-wise with that one sale. I'm going to need the second one as well. We should now be able to offer the other guys new deals. So Aziz is leaving, so I can't do anything with him. Can I offer Amu a new deal now? No, still not available for renegotiation. Do not meet. It must be available to renegotiate soon because it's been more than a week. Oh dearie me. Right, Notts County. We'll play that, and then we'll play Exeter, and we'll simulate the 2 home games. We'll just have to hope that between now and the game after this, I am able to tie down those other players to deals. Otherwise, we'll be losing a chunk of our squad on pre-contracts. Side there to Dennis, plays the 1-2. Aldevine, Tussle. Decent delivery.
Now they've got to defend this corner.
Corner from Kellett for Notts County in the 12th minute. Whipped in well. Ward won well, but Ford right behind it. We've not lost 2 games back-to-back for a very long time. I don't think we've lost 3 games back-to-back since the very beginning of the season. So, hopefully, we can avoid defeat here against Notts County and get ourselves 3 points again, or at least a point. Just avoiding defeat, I'd be happy with at this stage.
Cleared away by the defender.
Hewitt. Inside to Kirsch, to Hewitt again. Aldevine. Tussle. That's a lovely ball, and he'll keep it in, and he'll find a teammate, and we're 1-0 down. On the brink of half-time, Notts County take the lead. We're in a bit of poor form right now. We've been in great form up until the beginning of today's episode. 2 defeats so far today, and looking like we might make it 3. Dennis. Across the ball, Devine. Dennis again. Cross here to Kellett. Dennis, good save. I've not been able to create much in this game at all so far. Moldavine just smacked that out for a goal kick, inexplicably. He's just sliced off his foot. One of the worst crosses I've ever seen. Best of passes out for the back from me, and we're still in trouble. Hewitt to Patching. Or there to Kane Hemmings, and Halliday will clear this one away. I don't know what's gone wrong today so far. I'm not really playing that bad, or that much worse than I have in any other episode. It just so happens the results are going against me today rather than for me. Half an hour to go, 1-0 down, and still it's been all Notts County. Harrison moves there, and he's itching to get in behind.
They spread it out wide here.
Staying inside really well. Oh, it's nicely done. And Aziz, please! Oh my God! How can you be that bad? How can he be that bad? That's on his favourite. If that was on his left, we have seen him take horrible shots on his left. But that's on his favoured foot. I'm aiming it into the corner. And he's kicked that all the way over there. Why?
The ball and play.
We'll find into Alessandro through the legs of the defender. 2-0, game over. Through the legs of the defender. Positioned really well to block the cross. And it's just nutmegs him. Thrown in there. Thrown in there. And he stepped past the ball. There's not really too much more you can do there. You get the man in the right place. Or keeps. Not sure about the diving animation. 2-0 Notts County. It's going to be 3 straight defeats in all competitions. Back to back in League 2. There's the final whistle. It is again a defeat. 2-0 this time against Notts County. Again, I wasn't that good. Things stumbling for us at the minute. Thankfully, there's time enough in the season to get it back again, to turn it back round. But we are currently outside the playoffs, so we do have a game in hand, and a win in that game in hand might be very, very important. A trade Prela, he went up to 63, and now apparently he's 62 again. I've seen people talk about a training bug, but I've not actually seen it in effect. You can see here, he is actually 63 rated. It's just showing him as 62 in the training. So hopefully it's just a visual thing. It's just a visual bug, not an actual proper game-breaking bug. But I'm sure you guys will know more about it than me. Oh, dearie me. That was not good enough against Notts County. Who have we got next? It's Northampton at home, followed by Stevenage at home, and then we'll play Exeter away. Paul Lewis has been sold. He's gone for £115,000, 80 of which has been added to my transfer budget. And Newcastle Jets have come in for Liam O'Neill. It's well under his valuation, but I am willing to negotiate this and try and maximise profit. He's not had too much football with me, Liam O'Neill. He's 25, which isn't that young, obviously. But it's not that old either. He is one of, considering the age of the squad, he's actually one of my older players. I would like upwards of 200,000 for him though. I don't want to sell him on the cheap just for the sake of selling him. If he is to go, then I want it to be for a decent fee. And to be fair, they've gone above his valuation now. If he'll give me 210, I'd be happy to take that. But they're not happy to pay it. Fair enough, Liam O'Neill stays. For now, at least. What's my budget look like at present then, now that those have left? I've got 8,008. 8,008. That should be enough to sign one of the free agents. Question is, which one do we go for? Vega looks decent actually. 71 short passing, 64 stand tackle. I'm more inclined to go for him at present than Banku. But I would like both of them, to be fair. Rainov, yeah, certainly we're going to try and get Vega in if we can now. I'm going to approach the sign. Reckons wage between 6, 9 and 11. That would be an improvement to our central midfield situation. He wants a crucial squad role, to be fair. He's good enough to warrant getting the crucial squad role. Well, I'll try and get 5 years. I probably want 2. You want a 1-year deal? No, mate. You're not getting a 1-year deal. No. 1 year. Cheek. Sign 2. Core. He'd immediately be available for a pre-contract. No release clause is fine by me. Now, if they have any expectations wage-wise, they don't. I'll offer him 6 and see what they say. Okay, good. He'll sign for 6. We have a new highest rated player in the squad. That being the midfielder that has just come in. We'll take Liam O'Neill out there. And then Vega is in as our now new highest rated player in the entire squad. So we have certainly improved there. Really missing Giovanni Brown. Really missing Jev right now. But Vega is in. And he will definitely improve things in our midfield. Next for us, hopefully will be a decent scout. I just had my scout come back, and I haven't shown you it on screen because he brought me 4 players, and they all had potential maxing out at low 70s. None of them were worth signing. They were all rated currently between 35 and 48. What am I supposed to do with that? We've got 2-0 lead here though. They've pulled it back immediately to 2-1. Could really do with 3 points in this game against Northampton. We have been able to get a third. It looks like it's going to be victory for Vega on debut. Yes, certainly. Aziz picks up a 4th. They've pulled another one back though. So slightly nervous final 15 minutes or so, but we do get the win. We needed those 3 points. We very much needed those 3 points. Press conference, I'll be turning down the opportunity to do that. And actually now, because we brought Vega in, I will allow another lower rated central midfielder to leave. Gary Deegan is high rated, or comparatively to my squad, and he's on a lot wage-wise. I think he's on like 3 grand. 2008, Gary Deegan. I'm more than happy to let him go. O'Neill, Osadebe, Maris, Howison. I would be willing to let Liam O'Neill go as well, but we would have to spend the money in the right place to be able to replace him for the rest of the season. Mitov's gone up to 61 rated now. As soon as his positioning and his reflexes improve, and his handling, to be fair, as long as those 3 get comparatively close to David Ford, I will replace David Ford in the starting lineup. But Ford's had a decent season, and Mitov isn't quite yet good enough. A transfer for George Maris of £300,000, which I shall reject. George Maris is one of my best players. He's not highest rated, but he is certainly very effective on the field, so I don't want to lose him. We'll simulate this game. Warman has been sold. That's good news. That will free up some more money as well. We'll simulate Stevenage at home. We'll transfer that money into the wage budget. We now have just over 4 available to us. I'm going to need slightly more though if I'm to be able to bring in that other winger, other high-rated winger. So hopefully Gary Deegan or Liam O'Neill will leave. Amu gives us a 1-0 lead here against Stevenage. Could really do with back-to-back victories, but Kennedy has equalised for them just 10 minutes later. Avoiding defeat is more important than getting the win, but the win would be desperately important. And Perella, the centre-back, our scout future star, may well have given it to us. Vega gets sent off in only his 2nd game in a Cambridge shirt. That's not necessarily helped us at all, but we do get the victory. Big 3 points. Frustrated him. Vega, getting himself sent off, but what can you do? It's a simulated game. We have a 5-point gap to the rest of the playoffs. Transfer offer for Gary Deegan. Well undervalue, though. Well undervalue. I'll negotiate that, but I won't go too over the top. I shall ask for basically his valuation. I'll ask for 285 and see if they'll come up anywhere near it. 230. I'll ask for 250, and if they come up again, great. If not, then I shall just accept whatever they offer me because I need the money right now, and they'll pay 250. Good. Right. Gary Deegan looks like he's on his way out. That will free up the funds to bring in another signing in this window. Exeter away. Vega is suspended. We shall sort the squad out, go and play this final game, and then hopefully make a final signing too.
Poor pass.
Nicely into Deegan. Vargas has made a good run and played a good, or put in a good turn. Reggie Lamb turns well. Reggie Lamb's still going. Oh, Reggie!
That has cost them, but only a corner.
Corner. How has he not scored there? Reggie Lamb with a good delivery. A lot of tall defenders underneath that. Bradley Halliday will look to win this and knock it back to a teammate. He does find Perella. Oh, he's not really got the dribbling skill, has he? Oh, sucks. How Reggie Lamb didn't score there, I've no idea. Tricked his way to the box absolutely superbly and then can't finish it off. Went to Bowman. Forte intercepted by Greg Taylor. Forward to Aziz around the corner to George Maris. His fresh legs could come in handy here. Oh, can't get it to Aziz first time. Can second time. I think he was offside. He wasn't. Aziz twice wide. Oh, it is a corner. It got blocked. Reggie Lamb to deliver. It's a good delivery. Osadebe's up. It's going to drop here to Gary Deegan, and he just won't shoot. Harela. Osadebe.
Oh, charged down.
Can't score.
Now the
I really
countdown
can't
is to
score.
10 minutes left. Warming up for the home team.
It's
We'll
Greg
see
Taylor.
who comes on.
He's just so tired. Oh, of having nothing to do. What a save.
And the scores are still
It's
level
been
this
all
way.
one-way action in this second half. It's all come this way. And it will not go in for me.
Decided to take a short corner
George
this time.
Maris lofts it in. Jabbo with a header. Goal! Yes! Jabbo Ribera.
But it's the team that
It's about time you did something decent for me.
use this as a platform to go on.
Oh, such a big goal.
Position to come back out
That's
of
such a big goal. He just backed away and had the space, and the header wasn't that well placed. It was just too high for the keeper to get to. Pim has had a great game, as we saw from the save that led to that corner.
A very exciting climax.
Oh, wow. But we have been able to get the goal, finally, to give ourselves a 1-0 lead. And provided we can hold on for the 2 minutes of stoppage time, it will be an invaluable 3 points in our promotion push. We were looking like we were going to be going all out for automatic promotion in the episode yesterday. We dropped out of the playoffs even in today's episode, but wins on the back of a couple of defeats might well fire us straight back into the mix. 6 games in today's episode. I think 3 defeats, 3 wins, isn't it? I'll have to double check. Let's have a double check. It was defeat against them Gidons, defeat there, and then a win, and a win, and a win. 3 wins, 3 defeats. There's still time for transfers to go through in this window. Liam O'Neill has a bid of 160,000 for him. I will negotiate that and ask for 200, but I will accept anything higher than 180 at this stage. I will accept anything higher than 180. I'll ask for 200. And hopefully they'll just rise and pay that. They'll offer 190. Sold. Right. Now we have a decision on our hands. We need Gary Deegan to leave. That deal needs to be confirmed, and then I can really go out and sign. Maybe even 2 new players on transfer deadline day with that money available to us. Gary Deegan sold 250 grand, 170 of which has been added to the transfer budget. So I have 173,000 plus wages. At this stage, I just need to concentrate on wages. What I am able to do, though, with that extra funds, is offer a couple of other players extensions. So, Osadebe, I certainly wanted to offer an extension to. He rejected my last offer, and I will try and get him to sign somewhere in that region, and he has done for 3 years. That's good. Aziz is leaving, so I can't do anything there. David Ford, I might as well just let him go. Jabbo, I mean, I'm not going to get much for him. It's kind of pointless. I'd rather just let them go and use the money elsewhere. Right, transfer hub. I'd rather get the free signings in. I'd rather just get bodies in. Now, Banku, he's gone up to 69 rated, so he's growing. That's a good sign. Approach to sign. I would very much like a new winger as well. Recommended wage is £13,000. That is a lot. That's a lot even for a middle of the League 1 side. 13 grand in League 2 is pretty unheard of. I'll ask for 5 years. I'll just keep going down and try and get him on as long a deal as possible. I don't want to offer people 1-year deals. It's just pointless. I'll lose them. 2 years is the least I'd like to offer, because I'm still going to have to end up offering new contracts next year as well, because they're only agreed on a 2-year deal. Right, it's recommending 13. I'll offer 8, and we'll see what they say. They'll accept 8. These recommended figures are just so far out of the realms of possibility. We do still have 3,900 available to us. I could bring in someone else as well. What I'm actually going to do is throw Banku straight to the lineup ahead of Harrison Dunk. 69 rated player now added to the team. That is superb. That's been a very good window for us. Vega 67, Banku 69. We've called Perella up and he's growing really well as well. Now, is there... No, I had other free agents there that I could look at. They were 64 and 63 rated. Bolivian goalkeeper, Quinones, 6 foot. That's decent. That would basically cover the David Ford situation leaving, and then Quinones could be my backup goalkeeper and Mitov would be my first team goalkeeper next season. Then we wouldn't have to worry about that role at all next year. I might do that actually. I'll try and get Quinones in. This is kind of preempting for next season rather than right now. I'll say rotation. It's going to want important or crucial, and it is important that he wants, but this is basically to cover off the, stop with your 1-year deals, will you? It's to cover off the leaving of David Ford. That way next year we just, because the sort of money I have available to me isn't really enough to get anyone in outfield that's high enough quality. I have 3,009 available to me. They've asked for 1,800. I can't actually afford that because of the bonuses. I'll remove the bonus, and he's quite welcome to have a 12,000. Wow, I'll offer him an £8,000 signing bonus. £12,000 signing bonus, and the wages has gone up. Well, I'm not going to be able to bring anyone else in with whatever's left anyway, so I might as well do that. Right, everyone signed on new deals. 3 new signings made in this window, and hopefully my scout will come up with something between now and the end of the season as well. Liam O'Neill might yet leave. Still, between now and the end of the... In fact, he's gone already. Liam O'Neill. Transfer talks broke down with Meppen. I actually had another offer come in from that I accepted at £200,000, but he's gone for 190. So we might be able... How much is that? That's not going to be enough to sign a youth scout, is it? I'm going to put it all in wages and see if I can find someone to sign on transfer deadline day. This would be a huge window for us. We're really improving here. I haven't been able to find anyone whilst having a look at this stage, but I have sent my scouts out to look for players that are running out of contracts. So hopefully we should be able, not right now, but between now and the end of the season, the very end of the season, we should be able to approach a player or two that are on that are available on a free contract, or pre-contract, sorry, on a free. So we'll wait and see what the scouts come back with. But for now, that will be the end of the transfer window and the end of today's episode. I'll quickly show you the top deals of this window. I won't go in and show everything because barely any of it affects us at this stage. We've made £656,000 this window, which is absolutely brilliant. Brendan Baez had an approach made for him. Alex Telles to Juventus for 42.2 million is the biggest deal of this window, with Kimpembe also going to Juventus for 39.1, and then Luis is going from Spartak Moscow to Bournemouth for 17.6. So it is a very, very quiet, low spending window all round, absolutely all round. So I have no idea what is going to be happening between now and the end of the season. Archie Harrison's up to 57. Jonathan Robertson's up to 51. Potential of 80 to 90, so it narrows, and it's still yet higher. It was like 77 to 91. Now it's 80 to 90. Just start growing dramatically, please. 55 rated now for Isaac Morris. Potential of 82 to 88. That's promising too. Okay, so the youngsters in my youth squad are finally starting to grow, which is great news. Osadebe wants to play in the next game, but that's not going to happen. Sorry, mate. I actually want to play with Vega for the first time. But we are solidly inside the playoffs now. We're 5 points inside the playoffs and equally 5 points outside the automatic promotion spots with 16 games to go. Of course, there are, February, March, April, May. Well, May is only one game. So February, April, March. So 3 episodes between now and the end of season number 1. Will we be playoffs only, or will we be automatic promotion? We shall find out in due course. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you later on tonight for an episode of the Alphabet Challenge.